Maria Shriver, a well-known figure in journalism and advocacy, recently opened up about her personal connection with Eric Dane, the beloved actor from Grey's Anatomy, in the wake of his untimely death following a courageous battle with ALS. She revealed that the two had made plans to meet for lunch, but those arrangements had to be postponed due to his deteriorating health. Specifically, they were set to have lunch together just 2 weeks prior to his passing, but on the morning of the scheduled day, Eric wasn't feeling up to it. Understanding his condition, they decided to reschedule for the following week, a decision that now carries a profound sense of poignancy given the circumstances. This simple act of rescheduling has become a stark reminder for Maria about the fragility of life and how we often take tomorrow for granted. In her reflections, she emphasized that today is truly all that any of us can count on, and the promise of next week is never assured. This sentiment resonates deeply in a world where plans can be upended in an instant by unforeseen health challenges or other life-altering events. The connection between Maria and Eric extended beyond mere acquaintanceship. It was rooted in a professional collaboration that held significant meaning for both. Eric had chosen Maria's publishing imprint at Penguin, known as the Open Field, to bring his memoir to life. Titled Book of Days, A Memoir in Moments, the book is slated for release on November 3rd, and it represents a deeply personal project for the actor. Maria expressed immense honor in being selected for this endeavor, noting that Eric had specifically wanted to share his story with the world through this medium. His motivation was not just to recount his experiences but to leave behind something tangible that his family could cherish and take pride in. Eric, who shared 2 children, Billie aged 15 and Georgia, aged 14, with his estranged wife Rebecca Gayheart, saw the memoir as a legacy for them. In a time when personal narratives can inspire and heal, Eric's decision to document his journey speaks volumes about his character and his desire to connect with others facing similar struggles. Maria's admiration for Eric went further, highlighting his bravery in confronting his ALS diagnosis publicly. He had opened up about it the previous April, using his platform to advocate for greater awareness and research into this debilitating neurological disease. ALS, or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, is a progressive condition that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord, leading to loss of muscle control and, eventually, severe disability. Eric's willingness to share his story helped shine a light on the challenges faced by those living with ALS, encouraging more funding and attention toward finding treatments and a cure. Maria reflected on how Eric showed up in every possible way to draw focus to this cause, demonstrating resilience and a commitment to making a difference even as his own health declined. His advocacy work became an integral part of his legacy, inspiring countless individuals to learn more about the disease and support affected families. In the aftermath of Eric's death at the age of 53, Maria committed to ensuring that his story would be handled with the utmost care and respect through her publishing company. She vowed to honor his narrative in the memoir, preserving the essence of who he was and the messages he wanted to convey. In a touching tribute shared on social media, Maria bid farewell to Eric with the words, "Godspeed," acknowledging the privilege of having known him. This gesture underscores the deep impact he had on those around him, both personally and professionally. Eric himself had spoken about the profound changes brought on by his diagnosis, noting how it forced him to confront reality each morning upon waking. The illness became a constant companion, a challenge that shaped his daily existence and motivated him to write the book. He aimed to capture the moments that defined him, the joyful ones, the difficult ones, and those he had always appreciated but perhaps not fully until faced with mortality. Through his writing, Eric hoped to remind readers of the importance of living with intention and heart, embracing each day fully. Expanding on this, one can imagine the emotional weight of rescheduling that lunch. For Maria, a woman in her 70s who has navigated her own share of life's ups and downs, including high-profile family experiences and personal growth, this moment likely evoked reflections on her own journey. Eric's story parallels many who face chronic illnesses, where simple social interactions become treasured opportunities that can slip away. The memoir, Book of Days, promises to delve into these themes, offering insights into Eric's life beyond his on-screen roles. Known for his portrayals in shows like Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria, Eric brought depth to characters dealing with complex emotions, much like his real-life resilience. Maria's involvement ensures that the book will not only recount his Hollywood experiences but also his personal battles and triumphs, providing a holistic view of the man behind the fame. The reminder that today is all any of us have is a timeless piece of wisdom that Maria imparts through her newsletter. In a fast-paced world filled with schedules and future-oriented planning, it's easy to overlook the present. Eric's passing serves as a poignant illustration of this truth, urging people to prioritize connections and well-being in the now. Maria's words encourage readers to reach out to loved ones, to make those lunch plans without delay, and to appreciate the small moments that accumulate into a meaningful life. Eric's advocacy for ALS research also calls for collective action. Diseases like this affect not just individuals but entire communities, and increased funding could lead to breakthroughs that change lives. Furthermore, the collaboration on the memoir highlights the power of storytelling in healing and legacy building. Eric wanted his family to have something to be proud of, a testament that extends beyond material achievements. For his children, Billie and Georgia, this book could serve as a bridge to understanding their father's inner world, his joys and his pains. Maria's team at the Open Field, by taking on this project, steps into a role of guardianship over his narrative, ensuring it's presented authentically and impactfully. The upcoming release in November will likely draw attention from fans and those touched by similar health stories, fostering discussions on vulnerability, strength, and the human spirit. In reflecting on Eric's bravery, Maria points to his public sharing of the diagnosis as a turning point. By going public, he demystified ALS for many, showing that even public figures face such trials. His efforts to advocate included participating in events, interviews, and initiatives aimed at boosting research. This kind of visibility is crucial, as ALS remains a relatively underfunded area compared to other diseases, despite its devastating effects. Eric's story could inspire more people to get involved, whether through donations, volunteering, or simply spreading awareness. Maria's tribute on Instagram, with its simple yet profound message, captures the essence of loss and honor.